Without a doubt, the number one best and the coolest thing for me is that I get to keep people safe. And there are a lot of career where the work you do will directly affect the safety of others. To me, that's really, really cool. It's also really special. Every time I perform a maintenance task on an airplane, I think about how the task relates to the people who will be flying on that aircraft. And as an aircraft technician, you never know when you might pass someone on the street that that has flown on an aircraft that you have serviced. Just think the air today, yesterday, or even last week, even last month, or a few years before, you or someone you know could have been a passenger on any one of those aircraft. My work, as well as work of my fellow aircraft technicians, could have been directly responsible for your safety while you were flying through the air. As an aircraft maintenance engineer, also known as an AME, I would say we are the doctor and the surgeon of the aircraft. Our most priority is to make sure that the aircraft is healthy, safe, and well, so that everybody that depends on that aircraft comes home safe. I work outside on the ramp, and ramp is where all the gates are located and just outside of where passengers are waiting to be boarded. And I'm dealing with the aircraft that are coming in and go out within a few hours. So when aircraft touches down on the ground and arrives to the gate, I could only do an essential work for the aircraft to get ready for the next flight. And we see what's it called pre-departure check, which includes walk around of the aircraft, fluid level check, tire check, fault message check, uh, and we also have to check that where the pilots and flight attendants log any outstanding defects. And if I did not find anything wrong with the aircraft, I sign my name in what's it called journey logbook, saying that I am certifying that this aircraft is safe to fly. And most importantly, my role is not to make any delays. But let's say if I find something that's wrong that would ground the aircraft, like major fuel leak on the engine, or there's a major crack on the fuselage, that airplane needs to be sent to the hangar. And in the hangar, we have what's called base maintenance team who carries out work that we are not able to finish outside, such as an engine change or more major jobs that we can't do it outside because of safety issue. AME license has four different types of AME license. The major one is M license, and the M license as a it's a maintenance license, and it's separated by M1 and M2. M1 is basically you have a license for small aircraft, the general aviation, and M2 license is for bigger airplanes like commercial airlines, Boeing's, Airbus, etc. This bigger airplane license, and we also have E license, AME license. It's for avionics. There are a lot of people for avionics as well. They're uh, they're more focusing on the electric maintenance. And lastly, we have S license, and the S license is for structure. They're dealing with the airframes, sheet metals, composites. They're dealing with aircraft, the yeah, the composite and sheet metal. So we have four different types, and I mentioned it earlier. We require 4 years of experience after your graduation, but with your highly grade marks, with your mandatory assignments all done, and your punctuality in school will give you an year and a half of through your experience. And then once you graduate with the accreditation, if you start working, uh, if you work 2 years, and you can apply for a CARS exam. It's Canadian Aviation Regulation exam. You have to study for that separately, and you have, if you apply them, you have to write the test. It's a 70% you have to get. After that, you need you require, during your experience, during while you're working, you gotta fill out a logbook. So the logbook is it's there's all different types of jobs for the aircraft that you have to fill out. That you're saying that I did changing landing gear, change tires. There's almost 200 to 300 tasks that you have to be done before your license. So let's say you change a tire, and then you can get a signature from a licensed AME that I am able to do this job by myself. That signature will give you that, saying that this person is able to finish this job by himself. So you have to fill out almost 200 to 300 tasks of a logbook with your CARS exam done, with your experience, with your all your 2 years and a half of experience, and you can get a license after that.
Thank you for the clarification, Eddie. Now, I just want to ask one follow-up question with that. So the license that you mentioned, the M license, the E license, and the S license, those are all received by the student when they have completed the program at the college, right?
No, actually, in Centennial we have a E license course and also an M license course. It's different. It's a different course. You must choose which one to go with. In the beginning of the first year, it's a general aviation course, so you can decide whatever you want to be after the first year. But in the second year, you have to choose which one you want to be.
Okay. So the student doesn't have to take all three licenses. They can choose which one they want to focus on.
Yes, I only have M2 license, M2 AME license. But it's good to have all those 4 licenses because it will help you while at your work for troubleshooting and anything, for your knowledge, right? And also it will be easier for you to get a job in the future too, because sometimes the employer will try to find for E-licensed engineer, right? Or S-licensed engineer. It depends on the in the company, right? It's good to have all those licenses.
Centennial is actually the first publicly funded college in Ontario, not just in city of Toronto, but actually in the province itself. So we have, when it comes to networking after students finish their studies, we have a lot of alumni. We have very strong alumni network, so student can use that, and as well as our co-op department. Other than that, we are very strong when it comes to engineering and our transportation schools. We are one of the school who offer aircraft maintenance program to international students, and we have actually the largest facility when it comes to engineering and transportation. And that's only a couple of things mentioned, other than the benefit that student can get from entering a public college, which is the part-time works and also the post-graduation work permit. And also Centennial College, since we are the first one in the province, everyone in Toronto would be familiar when you're graduating from Centennial. So I know it's maybe it's a little bit unfamiliar for Indonesian students, but everyone in Toronto knows when you mention that you finish your study from Centennial. Mm, okay. And Yeah, I think other than that, we have a very strong also international students support as well. So you don't have to worry when it comes to if you need any help with, let's say, immigration. We have student advisor for that. So or if you want to get any support in term of academically, we offer peer-to-peer tutoring, and also with this pandemic situation, maybe a good counseling support. We provide them for free to our student as well.